Hi, Miss Perla. How are you? I wonder if do you want to know if I like to read something interesting, for example, like a book? Being honest, I like to read any kind of book. For example, I have read The House of Spirits. This is a novel referring about mystery. This book was written by Isabel Allende. She's a writer from Chile. This book was written in 1982. Actually, this book was made in a movie, and in that movie appears famous actors and actresses. For example, Meryl Streep, Winona Ryder, Glenn Close, Antonio Banderas, Jeremy Irons, and more than that. Uh, Isabel Allende is from Chile, but she has written any kind of books, many books. For example, one of them is The Sum of Our Days. In this book, Isabel Allende reflects her personal life, and that book is very interesting to read it. You know what? Because um, she expressed her second opportunity in her life because she decided to get married with a divorced man. You know, that man has another children, and Isabel Allende has her own child. Um, her child is named Paula. Paula is her her daughter by herself. Um, Unfortunately, Paula died, and Isabel Allende decided to write a book dedicated to Paula. She was reading another book in 2004, 2002, sorry. This book is dedicated for her daughter. And another book that I read is The Da Vinci's Code. This is a enigmatic book too because in that book it reflects about a very enigmatic history. For example, if if Jesus was married with Mary Magdalena, the if really he has songs, where is his songs? What is the song uh, for Jesus in Mary Magdalena? I don't know. And I read another book. For example, for example, the sixth bath. This book is referring about any mysteries from the church. This is very interesting. Another book that I read was The Inquisitor. This book is interesting, and as I told you, this problem is with the mysterious that the church um, is not is not to explain to the people to the community. Another interesting book is like this: Mary named Magdalena. This book is similar like this, like others, like this, for example, is referring about the origin of her and her wife, her husband, sorry, her husband named Jesus. I like different kind of books, for example, like this, Paulo Coelho. The this is book, this is kind of book is different because it's, for me is for self help, uh, help to myself, you know. It's more than for reflection. And I read this book, The Price of Guilt. And another book that I read, and this, between him and me. And this is an interesting book. You know what? Because the writer is a youngest writer. This book has been written in 2008. Is recently. This book was written in El Salvador, and this is the first edition from the writer. The writer is Carlos Barrera Peña from El Salvador. This book is referring about sexual orientation, and the the principal, or the principal actor is a guy named Lucas. Lucas, and the problem with his family, because his family discovered that he is not he is not straight. He wants to know another boy, another man, and it's like, for example, another point of view, you know. Fortunately, I had the pleasure to know to writer, sorry, to writer, because the writer was signed to was signed his book in, sorry for the publicity, uh, the museo store. Actually, I brought that book in this time. Miguel Josephine.